Okay, we're back. We were cutting out the corners here. Sorry about that short tape. Sometimes I don't remember to clear things out. Alright, so I'm going to follow the lines that I created for the hat. So from here you go to swoop it down, go over a little bit first because the eye needs to come out. Go over a little bit first and then come down and around. Match all your pieces together. You know, now this is going to come up a little ways. We'll do that in a second, but let's just do the bottom part of the. You use the tip of your knife to cut that out. Alright. Now over here, because the actual hat is just going to come right underneath from underneath the tassel. Let's cut the tassel out first. We're going to do the top of the tassel. Alright, just like so. Come down. You can make a little bit of a notch. It's going to be rounded anyway. There we go. Alright. And then we're going to meet the two. We did the bottom and the top. And then we're going to take our little knife. We're going to sweep it down and around. Okay. And do the same thing over here. Let's cut this out first. Now when you cut this and it's really wet like I have it now, it's hard to see where those lines are. You kind of have to do it by feel. But again, you don't want to push the point of your knife into a section of the wood that's not intended to go through. Right, do it as close to the edge as possible. Sometimes you might have to make more than one sweep. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I'd rather see you do it a couple of times than trying to do it in one time and not have anything come out right. Okay, just like so. Alright, so that's the hat. The tassel of the hat. We're going to round this off a little bit. Now, the actual hat comes up against there. So, I'm going to follow this line out. Okay, now, let's see how I have that knife. This is right next to the wood here. It's a little shiny here. Let me see if I just get rid of that one light. There we go. That should help a little bit. Alright. See how we have that knife? That knife is really jammed up in there pretty good. But that's alright. So what you want to do is take the tip of your knife and just kind of follow your lines up very carefully right next to that nose. You don't want to cut too much of that nose out. Oh, see, I did a mistake. See what I just did there? It's going to have to be a little deeper to get rid of that. So, we're going to try this again. I shouldn't have pulled. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, that's okay, because we're going to put little grooves in there. We can kind of carve that out a little bit. That's not going to hurt any. But at least we have the outline, okay? When you cut a piece like that, you want to make sure that you make it nice and flush. And bring it back up. That's good. Alright, we're gonna. The nose is gonna go in much deeper, of course. Just come straight across. And we're gonna match these two. And if you're not comfortable cutting it with your hand, even with a glove, please lay it on a table. You can get a lot of control over that. Hold on to your piece, just like so. Pick it up and then cut that out. Alright? Same thing right here. Alright. That looks good, folks. It's coming along alright. Now, when we do this, alright, so that's that portion. Now let's try to shape the hat a little bit more, because this is definitely going to be too, we're trying to sweep it up. Cut more off at the top here. And kind of scoop it out. So I have that little bit of a brim on the hat there. Now as soon as we cut this out a little bit, what we're going to do is we put two little lines on the side here. They almost have to go to the top of the hat. Okay, so we're going to kind of put those lines back one. And I'm going to go in the front here where the tassel goes, and we're going to just cut a little piece out right here, straight in, okay? And we're going to take our knife and we're just going to slowly chip that out, okay? And you can follow that all the way down if you want to. The tassel goes in, you know, it tapers down a little bit. Alright, there you go. Here's our tassel. We're going to redefine that a little bit later. Then on the back side you do the same thing. Cut the top out a little bit. And follow your knife down for the rest of it. There we go. If it's a little noisy in here, don't be concerned. It's my air conditioner in the camper. I am filming this at my studio at the farm. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to just trim this out a little bit. Try to round off the top a little more. This is just going to all come down a little bit more. Take all the rough spots off, because when you go to paint it, it's going to look weird, because it will soak up a lot more paint than a smooth spot. Alright, we're going to, of course, define this a little better, especially right here in the corner. Alright, pretty happy with that. So let's just keep chopping out here. You know, as I'm trying to sweep it, like have a little bit of curvature on the outside, the bottom part of that hat. That's just the air conditioner kicking on. It's been so terribly muggy here lately in PA. Had a couple of weeks of this not so nice weather. Okay, this is going to come off even more because I don't want it to look blocky. Alright, we'll be right back.